my name's Thomas Graff. I'm class of 2014, based here in Cambridge, UK, with my wife and our 2 kids. I think at one point I was in 5 different departments, kind of just doing the search, right? What are the professors that most spark my imagination? How can I kind of shape this kind of intuitive, emergent kind of interest in intellectual life? And I landed on a joint major in philosophy and theology and Italian studies. There's brilliant professors that I knew, like, this is a place where I could really sink my feet in. If you can't think well, if you can't write well, if you can't speak across difference culturally, religiously, right, you're not going to be able to lead effectively, argue effectively, innovate ultimately, right, in any space that you find yourself in. So if you're interested in kind of leadership, right, that is creative, that is critical, that builds community, arts and letters does that. But it also asks, how is it that the other, the neighbor, the stranger is inextricable from that conversation, and that my own pursuit of the good, the true, and the beautiful is inevitably tied up with the care for solidarity with the other, all the way to, right, to push it to the oppressed, the marginalized, the unhoused, the immigrant, the criminal. On the other hand, equally, it's also a kind of unlearning of all of the ways in which oppression and injustice come to even structure our own thinking about what progress can be made or what progress is possible. In the great words of Audre Lorde, the master's tools will not dismantle the master's house. So how do we think critically even about our best efforts to do good, right? Are those even introducing new harms that we have to take seriously? Humanities students can ask those kind of reflexive questions in ways that are deeply kind of culturally sensitive, humble, penitential, and that's where good leadership and creative thinking happens, right? And can be that force for good for a world deeply in need. I ran into the late and great Father Hesburgh in his own library, as it were. And I was a tour guide at the time when I was an undergrad. And I said, Father Hesburgh, I give these tours, visiting students, prospective students. What should I tell them? And he took a moment, I'll never forget it. He looked at me and he said, tell them that this university is a symphony to Our Lady. That notion of the symphony, right? The university is a place of a symphonic pursuit of truth, right? If all truth is God's truth, then there can be possibilities of conversation beyond these cultural, religious, political divides. The question is, where do you want to situate yourself, right? You have maybe one instrument that you ultimately choose, but you're entering into a larger conversation. And so what kinds of intellectual methods, disciplinary languages do you want to have with you to enter into that shared conversation to build something new?